If you are listening to this right now and feeling like the world has spun too fast, if you are 28 and feeling burnt out, 48 and feeling obsolete, or 68 and feeling forgotten, I want you to pause, take a deep breath. You are exactly where you need to be to begin again. Please, settle in. Let me share a story with you. This is a story about the changing of the seasons, the strength of the roots, and the courage to let new branches grow. The weight of the changing seasons in a quiet valley, shadowed by ancient mountains. There lived a family spanning 3 generations, each silently drowning in their own modern struggle. John, at 68, was a master woodworker. For 40 years, his hands had shaped the finest bamboo and cedar, coaxing spirits out of the timber. But the world no longer bought hand-carved tea boxes. Factories churned them out in seconds. John sat in his dusty, cedar-scented workshop, staring at his calloused hands, feeling the bitter ache of obsolescence. His legacy, he believed, was turning to dust. His son, Michael, was 48. Michael had spent 2 decades as a loyal mid-level manager at a logistics firm, but a new algorithmic software had recently been introduced, automating half his department. Michael stared at the complex digital dashboards daily, his chest tight with panic, feeling that his years of steady, reliable experience were suddenly worthless in the face of code he couldn't comprehend. He felt past his prime, pushed out by 20-somethings who spoke a digital language he couldn't grasp. And then there was Emily, Michael's 28-year-old daughter. Emily was a freelance graphic designer caught in the relentless hustle of the gig economy. She was exhausted. Every time she mastered a new design, trend, or platform, the algorithm changed. She felt she was constantly pivoting just to survive, experiencing a profound quarter-life crisis. Her creativity had been replaced by a hollow, mechanical need to produce. One evening, a fierce autumn storm swept through the valley. The wind howled, and a heavy branch crashed through the roof of John's workshop, shattering his latest, unsold carvings. Emily and Michael rushed to the workshop, finding John kneeling amid the splinters of his life's work. The storm outside perfectly mirrored the storm of defeat within all 3 of them. The spirit of game in Michael's side, looking at the broken wood. It's all moving too fast. Father, the world, the technology, we can't keep up. Maybe it's time to just surrender. John slowly stood up. He walked over to the open hole in the roof, where the wind was violently whipping a grove of bamboo just outside. He pointed a weathered finger at the stalks. "Watch the bamboo, Michael," John said, his voice steady over the wind. "When the typhoon hits, the great oak tree fights the wind. It stands rigid, relying on its old strength, and eventually, it snaps. But the bamboo, it bends. It bends so low its leaves touch the mud. This is Gaiman, the quiet endurance, the patience to weather the unbearable with dignity. But notice, the bamboo does not break. When the storm passes, it snaps back, taller than before." He looked at his son and granddaughter. "You'd think because the tools have changed, your spirit has expired. You'd think because the world is loud, your wisdom is silent. You are oak trees trying to fight a digital storm. You must become bamboo, forging a new path." The tech and the tradition. That night, amidst the wreckage, a shift occurred. They stopped looking at what they had lost and started looking at what they had in the room. For Emily, the pivot. Emily looked at her grandfather's broken carvings. She realized her digital exhaustion came from creating soulless graphics for fleeting trends. But what if her technology had a purpose? She possessed the digital keys to the modern world. She took her grandfather's surviving intricate patterns and began 3D scanning them. She wasn't just a burnt-out freelancer anymore. She became a digital preservationist, finding her true calling by bridging the ancient with the modern. For Michael, leveraging experience, Michael watched his daughter work the 3D software and felt his usual panic rise. But then, he remembered Gambaratha commitment to do one's best and see a task through to the end. He realized that while he didn't know the new software, he knew people, he knew logistics, and he knew how to build a business process. He stopped trying to compete with the young coders and instead leveraged his 2 decades of managerial wisdom. He painstakingly learned the basics of an e-commerce platform, taking it one slow, frustrating step at a time. Man built the infrastructure to sell John's designs to the world. He realized his organizational experience was the soil that allowed Emily's digital seeds to grow. For John, the enduring legacy, John learned the most profound lesson of all. He realized that his value was never in the physical strength of his hands. It was in his eye, his taste, and the soul he poured into the work. Skill does not expire. he became the artistic director. He guided Emily's digital renderings, ensuring they maintained the harmony and balance of traditional Japanese aesthetics. He found that technology wasn't an enemy to his tradition. It was the ultimate vessel to carry his legacy across the globe. The bamboo snaps back months later. The family launched a global brand. Emily used modern software to design intricate, sustainable bamboo products, guided entirely by John's ancestral wisdom. Michael managed the global supply chain, his years of experience easily navigating the complexities of international shipping that a younger startup founder might stumble over. They thrived not because they fought the new world, but because they bent with it, combining the fierce energy of youth, the strategic wisdom of midlife, and the irreplaceable soul of the elder. Your moment of reflection, listen to me closely. If you are in your 20s or 30s, do not let the rapid shifts of this world burn out your fire. Your ability to pivot is your greatest asset. Find the roots, the purpose beneath the digital noise. If you are in your 40s or 50s, stop telling yourself that you are too old to learn the new tools. Your decades of life experience, your emotional intelligence, and your resilience are things a machine can never replicate. The technology is just a hammer. You are the master builder. Pick up the hammer, and if you are in your 60s and beyond, your wisdom is the most valuable currency on earth. The medium may change, but the message, your legacy, your taste, your understanding of human nature is desperately needed by a world moving too fast for its own good. You are not obsolete. You are simply in the middle of your story, waiting to bend, waiting to adapt, and waiting to snap back taller than you ever were before.